What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do 3-look with the new ABH Alyssa Edwards palette. I am very excited about the color arrangement in this palette. And I also picked up the new Anastasia eye primer, and I will be trying that today as well. As usual, because I know you are very productive and important and busy, I will be timestamping each look in the description down below. I'll also timestamp where I do like my little final thoughts on it. That way, if you want to jump to one thing, you got it right down there. I'll also list everything that I use in this video in the description down below and link it for you as well. Please don't forget to leave a like on the video. Just give it a little taparoo for me because that really helps me out in a million different ways and I really appreciate it. And if you are new around here, hello, welcome. Is this your third video, your second video? If I popped up and you recommended 3 or 4 times now? Okay. Well, I would like to encourage you to subscribe because that way you won't have to wait for me to pop up in your suggested and you're watching anyway, so you might as well. It helps me, it'll help you. I think it's a good idea. There's a lot of eyeshadowing to do. There's a lot of blending to happen. Got a lot of lashes to glue on today. Just got a lot of stuff we gotta get done. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Let's get started on look number 1. So for look 1, I primed my eyes with my usual primer. I used the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden, and I'm gonna do the second look with the new Anastasia primer. I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times by now, but just in case you haven't, this is what the inside of the Alyssa Edwards palette looks like. To start the look, I'm gonna go into the shade The Supreme, and I'm gonna take that on a BH number 5 brush, just bringing that through my crease area, but keeping it only on the outer half, and I'm bringing it up pretty high, higher than my actual natural crease. And I'm gonna create a little bit of a wing shape with these shadows, so I'm flicking the end out. And with a clean blending brush, I'm just gonna go over the edges of that. I'm picking up a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the bright matte pink shade Texas Made. And I'm gonna use that to softly make a little bit of a wing shape on the outer corner. I'm using whatever's left on the brush just to pack in the outer corner area. And on a clean blending brush, this is stained with another pink, but it is like clean as far as it's not going to put down any other color. I'm just going to blend the top edge of that pink. Taking the same pencil brush, I'm going to go into the shade Beyond, which is also a bright pink, but this one is shimmer. And I'm going to wet that with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus so I get a nice, bright, metallic, shiny good time. And I'm going to start packing that onto the lid. I'm gonna go into the shade Unicorn Tribe, and I'm gonna use that to deepen the outer corner of the lid and just gently, lightly bring that out into the wing, but not too much because I want the wing to remain pink. Next, for the inner corner, I'm gonna do something a little bit out of the ordinary, and instead of going with an inner corner highlight with some shimmer, I'm gonna go with a pure white. And I'm putting that on the lid where we have this open space, but also into the inner corner area and kind of hooking it down around the bottom side. The matte white that was in the Riviera palette was really good, so I'm assuming, hopefully, this one will be too. And to blend that into the pink, I'm just gonna take that pencil brush again and tap over it with a little bit more of Texas Made. Just kind of go back and forth between the white and the pink until it gets a blend going. That white is pretty good. It's almost identical to the white that was in the Riviera palette, but it's like, it's a good white, so I don't mind having a repeat of that whatsoever. I concealed underneath my eyes and put down some powder, and now I'm gonna start working on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go into Unicorn Tribe on a Luxe 111 mini brush, and I'm gonna start dragging that underneath my eye and bring it out to meet the wing on the end. And I'm gonna blend the edge of that out with a clean blending brush. I'm gonna take that same little pencil brush and go back into Texas Made, and I'm gonna put that right where we ended Unicorn Tribe, and then back into Headliner again, and just blend that into the pinks. For the waterline, I'm gonna go through the outer half with the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in the color Woodstock. And for the inner part of the eye where I put that white down, I'm gonna go through the waterline just with a little bit of a nude pencil. This is the Fake Awake from Tarte Cosmetics. I went ahead and added my lashes. These are Midnight Luxe from House of Lashes. My eye on my right side keeps watering and it's like creeping up onto my lid, and it is causing the shadow to separate on the inner corner, which is weird. I've never seen a shadow do that before, but it's not really its fault. My eye is just being a little bitch-ass bitch right now. So I'm gonna try my best to have that stop happening and then touch it up later. For now, we're gonna work on the lips because I feel like if I just leave my eye alone, it'll just knock it off. So for the lips, I wanna be matchy-matchy. And since this is mostly matte, I feel like we could also be shiny-shiny. So I'm gonna use the Fenty Stunna lip paint in the color Unlocked, and I'm gonna top that with a Fenty Gloss Balm in Diamond Milk. And this is the first look. Okay, this time I primed with the new ABH primer. First of all, I should have done it on camera because I have never tried it before and it was different than I was expecting. It's definitely more liquidy than I was expecting. Once I started blending it out, it seems like it covers all the imperfections on the lids nicely and it looks very, very smooth. It's very, very pale. All right, I'm gonna take my big girl pants and put them on and go directly into the color Dream It on a MAC 217 brush with no transition and put it down on my lid and then attempt to blend it out. Oh, Jesus. That is a beautiful shade. I have no idea how it performs yet because we literally just put it down, but goddamn, the color's nice. That is so intense. God, I hope it blends out good because holy shit, that looks amazing so far. I'm gonna take a BH number 7 brush and I'm just gonna start using that to blend the edge. This could probably use a little bit more blending, but for now I'm gonna leave it here and just kind of add to the blend as we go because I find that usually doing that works out better in the end. On my Nabla small pencil brush, I'm gonna go into the shade DDG, which is the purple shimmer, and I'm gonna wet that with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I'm gonna put it in the area in here where we haven't put any color down yet. The way these two are sitting next to each other isn't really doing it for me, so I'm gonna go into the shade Believe on my BH number 7, and I'm gonna put that down where the purple inner corner meets the blue outer portion, so that way it kind of marries them both together a little more nicely. For some reason on my monitor, this looks really weird and like kind of patchy in the middle here, but in person, it looks perfect. Like it looks so opaque and smooth in real life. I don't get why it looks like that on the monitor. It's perfectly smooth here, and I don't know why that it look a little weird elsewhere. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna insert a little video clip here that I'm gonna take on my phone to show you what I mean, because I swear I don't think people believe me when I say that something looks bad on camera and it looks good like in pictures or looks good on my phone. So I'll show you what I'm seeing. Okay, I concealed and powdered underneath my eyes, but being tricky, I'm being a little trickster here. Hey, focus on me, thank you. So what I did was I didn't conceal directly under my eyes, but I put powder down around this area because I'm thinking that if there's fallout and it falls onto my cheeks, I'll be able to sweep it away. But I don't want to powder right underneath here because I want the shadow to have something to stick to still, because I have a funny feeling that these are not going to do well with nothing sticky underneath them. So on a Luxe 111 Mini, I'm going to go back into the shade Dream It. Start smoking out the underside with that. What if it's only good because it's over their base? Interesting. Going back into DDG on the Luxe 141 Mini, and I'm just going to wet that and then put it in the inner corner like we did on the top. And again, tapping into Believe and just going over the area where the two of those meet. For the waterline, I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in the color Chaos. Okay, just to confirm my theory that I don't think this shadow is going to work as well over a different base. Underneath where I put it over concealer, it looks so bad. Look at that. It's like, it won't lay right. It's very patchy. It's not cute. It's creasing. I know somebody's going to say, well, it's not meant to go over concealer. Well, A, what do you put underneath your eyes? And B, I do that same process with every other eyeshadow I've ever used in my life, and why should this one be different? So that's that on that. In person, the blue looks incredible on the lids. It looks really bad on camera on the lids, and the underneath over here looks really bad overall. I'm gonna try to touch it up and we'll see what happens. Because I have a feeling everybody and their uncle and their dog will have done a blown out blue smoky eye with this palette, because that color is so like rich and bright and inviting to do such a thing with. I'm gonna make it a little different. So I'm gonna take the Fenty Vivid Liner in the color Skinny Dip, and I'm gonna add a few little polka dots, just kind of peeking out from the edge, starting a little bit inside the blend and then going out onto the bare skin. Okay, I added lashes and somehow that magically made it look better, and I don't understand how or why. Are lashes that magic? So I used the same lashes, I used the same blush, added some freckles again. I don't think they came out that great this time, but whatever, we're not batting 1,000 right now anyway. And now it's time to add a lip. I feel like a warm nude is gonna look really nice with this. So I'm gonna use one of my favorite warm nude combinations, which is the Nabla lip pencil in the shade Body Language, which I have used to death, as you can see. Filled in the center with a Kat Von D Studded Kiss in the color Ophelia, which I have also used to death, as you can see. And this is the second look. All right, for look 3, I'm gonna prime with the ABH base again. And this time I'm gonna do it on camera so you can see it in action and see what I meant before about it being a little bit more liquidy than I thought it was, but it does spread really nicely and evenly. So I'm just gonna squeeze some directly onto my lids. I'm just gonna pat it in with a beauty blender. This is my favorite way to apply a base to my eyes because I just find that it gives me like the smoothest start. Usually, I could get away usually with using a brush too, but this just comes out a little bit more even. So I kind of ran out of plans for this third look, so I'm gonna wing it a little bit, but I wanna play with the yellow and I wanna play with the more purple tones in here, so I think we're gonna do like a complementary color cut crease type of a situation. That's where my mind is at. We'll see where it goes. I'm gonna start with the Real Techniques Dome Shadow Brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Unicorn Tribe, and I'm gonna start pushing that through the crease area, and taking a clean brush, I'm just gonna blend the edge of that out. I'm gonna go into BBDC on a smaller blending brush. I'm gonna grab a small tapered brush, any brush that's like on the smaller side and kind of flat will do. I'm gonna go into the shade Believe. I'm gonna place that on the outer corner of the lid and blend that into the crease with a little bit more of BBDC and add that right to the outer corner as well. I'm gonna take my Sigma E36 brush and I'm gonna go into the black shade Beast. I'm gonna use that to deepen up the outer corner and the outer portion of the crease. These shades seem to have a touch of patchiness to them too. Like, what is going on right here? I'm gonna cut the crease, so I'm not gonna fuss with that too much. I'm gonna see how it looks once the crease cut is down, and then we'll go in and do what we can to figure out the situation. So I'm gonna cut the crease with the ABH base to see how it works for that. Put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use the Nabla cut crease brush. And I'm gonna do like a half cut with this. And right toward the end of where I put that base on, I'm just gonna tap it out with a clean pencil brush just to make the line less harsh of where it ends. Okay, now that that base is down, I'm gonna go into the shade Brick Road on a flat brush. This is a MAC 242. I'm gonna make sure that base is nice and even in there because it seems to be settling into the lines of my eye. I'm gonna take that yellow and I'm gonna pack it into the inner portion of where we cut the crease. To bridge the gap between the yellow and the purple, I'm gonna pick up my MAC 217 brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Texas Made, and I'm gonna put that between the yellow and the purple. I'm gonna zoom you guys in closer so you can see, but I feel like I can't tell if it's either the shadows or the base, but something about this is like really emphasizing the texture of my lids and making it very like, I don't know, it almost looks crunchy. Like it's just something is just not sitting right. It's just like settling into the lines on my lid and just looking just not that good. Feels like I'm working very hard to make this look good. I don't know why I finished my skin before I did the underneath side of my eyes. I'm really losing it. Not related to this palette, just like in general. It's been a rough week. So Benefit sent over these new Bad Gal Bang 24-hour eye pencils, and this one is dark purple, and I feel like it'll go really well with this look, so I'm gonna use it in my waterline. I've gotten this look to a place where I feel okay with it, but it's still not like as flawlessly smooth as I would like it to be. And I had to work really hard to get here. So that's where my head's at so far with this. This has one of those little smudgers on the back end, so I'm gonna use that to rub it between my lashes. Ooh, this is so interesting. It's like rubber with like little nubbins on it. It looks like a tiny avocado. It's like giving me an eye massage. This is so weird. I'm gonna go back into Unicorn Tribe on a pencil brush, drag that under the lash line and bring it out up around to the top. I'm gonna grab a Sigma EO6 small angle brush and go back into Beast and use that to darken the outermost portion of the lash line and bring that around into the black that we put on the top lid. Look how much bigger this eye looks when you smoke out the bottom than this eye when it's not done yet. That's crazy. I'm gonna go finish this eye and add some lashes and then we'll move along. Hey, BB. It's time to add some lipstick, BB. So now that I have the lashes on, I feel like this looks pretty okay. And the colors, like the tones, the vividness of the colors is like stunning, gorgeous. It's just, something about it is just not the smoothest. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, to complement this look, I want to do like a mauve-y neutral lip. So I'm going to use the Lumiere lip pencil from Colourpop. And I'm going to top it with the Benefit Punch Pop in the color Pinkberry. These glosses are so underrated in my opinion. And this is the third look. Three looks later, how do I feel about this palette? The answer, the honest answer to that is TBD. I don't know yet. See me after class, because there were so many little things that I felt were very struggly with this palette. Like I had to work really hard with a lot of the shades to make them not patchy, and even after working, they weren't completely perfect, but the vibrancy and the tone of these shades is kind of unmatched. Like they're so stunning. So like, I don't know, do I love them because of the colors enough to work past all that stuff? I'm not sure. Other factor here is I'm not sure if maybe I just don't love the new eye primer, because I only used that in the last two looks and I struggled a lot less on the first one. So what I'm gonna say about this palette is the shades are incredible. They're really beautiful. I think it's really fun and interesting that this is a bright palette, but also it's matte heavy. Like there are only 3 actual shimmers in here, which I love because I love bright matte shades. I think they come in so handy to do so many fun things, and you can do probably more with mattes than shimmers in my opinion. I think it's perfectly balanced in the sense that there are the right mattes for everything you need. The matte black is actually a really good matte black. The white is good, but it was doing like a little bit of a weird separating thing on me after I wore it for a while. Right at the beginning my eye was watering and it was separating there, but then as I wore it for a little while, it started to kind of do the same thing on the other eye. So I don't know if there's something weird going on with that shade or if I was just having a weird eyeball day. I love the shade Unicorn Tribe. I feel like it is such a pretty shade to blend other colors out into, and that particular shade blended so perfectly and so evenly. I'm really impressed with that one. And like, to be honest, looking in the mirror in front of me now, like a little further away, this looks really good. Like it looks from here so perfect, but if you look really up close, it's like weirdly sitting on top of fine lines for some reason. So for now, what I'm gonna do is reserve my official judgment for this palette. I do love the colors, but I think I need to play with the formula a little bit more to decide what about it doesn't work for me and how I can contend with that. And I'm also going to try the base with other shadows, things that I already know that I like, so we can determine whether it's the shadows themselves or the primer that was the culprit here. If you want to see a full review on the primer alone, please let me know in the comments and I will see if we can fit that into the video schedule over the next week or two. I do have quite a few things that I want to film, so I'm not certain if I can squeeze it in, but I will try my best. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know, did you pick up this palette? Did you find the same issues with it? Same goes for the primer. Did you pick it up? Did you have any issues? I would love to know your input because right now, I can't quite decide. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 looks today. If you picked up this palette, I hope that they provide a little bit of inspo of what you can get done with it. Please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second to do it because it really helps my channel and I always appreciate it. It kind of lets me know that you guys are on board with the kind of content I'm putting out, so it's very helpful in that way as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here because I would love to have you stick around for more videos. It would be a fun time for everyone involved, including me. If you'd like to keep up with me between videos and like I said, get like little updates on my thoughts about this stuff when I haven't really fully formed an opinion on an item, the place that I do that is usually Instagram stories, so come follow me over on Instagram. I also post other makeup looks over there from time to time that you won't see here on this channel, more like, just like out there stuff that I feel like getting creative with, some lip art, things like that. So if you're into that, come find me over there. I'm at Ms. Quinface. That is all for today. I am so grateful for each and every one of you hanging out and spending some time playing with this palette with me, and I will see you in the next one.